as a professional athlete who's been in the game for how many fights is Yan in now in the MMA? That he's quite deep into that, right? So someone like that who is a defending champion, the guy's on his knees, literally like almost begging for his life. He's grounded. He can literally do anything to him there. He can elbow him out cold. He can put a fist through his face, and he decides to put a knee into his head. As a professional, you have to have the presence of mind to be like, I will be disqualified if I put a knee through this guy's head.
Even if it's debatable. Yeah. You shouldn't even go close to that. There was no need for the knee. I mean, I've seen rumors online where Joe Rogan says that he heard from Khabib that his corner actually instructed the illegal move. Now, I don't know how is it factual? Is it true? Why would they do that?
I don't think it's been factually confirmed, and it was also in Russian, which is why Khabib was the one to relay the message. Yeah. But it seems like it's pretty common knowledge.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean,
that begs the question.
That was very intentional.
Yeah, that was very intentional. So that begs the question: does that mean fights fixed? What does that mean? If they are instructing that, what is the end result of that?
I don't think it's fight fixed. I have no idea why they would do that. I have no idea, because the only result would be disqualification if Sterling wasn't able to get up, and Sterling was he was a proper footballer in this one, guys, a soccer player. He really milked that illegal move. He could have gotten up and carried on fighting.
Yeah, listen, even that knee to the head sucked.
Even though he was well within his rights. I mean, there was a case. There was a case in a title fight. I think a year back or a couple of years back, where John Jones was fighting Anthony Lionheart Smith, and a very similar thing occurred. But Anthony Smith chose to carry on, and he lost the fight, and he never became a UFC champion. So, I think it's an even bigger debate in terms of, is the abuse that Aljamain Sterling is copping at the moment warranted? Because the fact is, within the rules of MMA, he was well within his rights to do what he do. And by virtue of the fact that rules is rules, as we say in South Africa, he is the flyweight champion, bantamweight champion of the world. So
here's the other point that's currently splitting the internet down the middle, is what happens in that situation? Should he be crowned the champion? Or should the belt be completely voided, no one's champion, and they set up a new fight kind of thing? So
who competes for it then?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Dana White will find a way, but that's the question: is does it get voided?
Because but that sort of defeats the object of an illegal move. If you're just going to void the fight because the one fighter did something illegal, now you're punishing the guy who didn't do something illegal.
No, I completely agree with you.
Yeah, so I think the rules are rules. I think Aljamain is completely within his rights, but it's a debate between martial artists, and I suppose that's not fair. They're all martial artists, but it's a debate between people who are purists who want to see a fight to the death with blood, and people who actually consider the rules to be the word. But I mean, I tend to be on the side of the people who want the blood, because it's a fight. You came here to fight. You didn't come here to win on a technicality. If you can still fight, a fight is a fight. And I mean, the whole spirit of what we do is essentially fighting to the death. Unless the ref stops you, because you're out, unless it's a TKO because you can't defend yourself anymore, unless you're out because it's a knockout, unless you tap because you literally are submitted, that's how a fight is supposed to end. Not because someone did an illegal move. Fine, if he got the knee to the head and he really was dazed and they had to carry him out on a stretcher, fine. But you could obviously see Aljamain was absolutely fine. He
was sitting on a chair during the final announcement.
He was absolutely fine. So he's well within his rights, but I can't respect him as a champion, at least not yet.
Yeah,
unless he defended it.
But did you die? That's the question.
But
that's the question everyone's asking him. But did you die? And a lot of people are asking that same question. DC came out in his statement saying that is in poor taste, the fact that he's posing with that belt. He's like, you just shouldn't be. Take the win, it's fine.
That was also taken out of context. And he explained that in that like he was with, all his family and friends flew out for the fight. He was with them afterwards. I don't know how the photo was leaked, or he didn't post it.
One of his family members don't like him.
As far as I know. But, he wasn't posting the belt, posing with it and being like, I'm the champion. If you listen to him speak, you can tell 1000% as well that he doesn't believe, his championship status is legitimized until they go at it again. And he beats him in a fair and square bout. And, counterintuitively, in terms of the indecision around this rule, because there's been so much hype and indecision around it, you should know as a fighter in the UFC, out of all the fucking rules that exist, how this one goes and what you can and can't do. So, you know what I mean?
It's one of the biggest debated rules. It really is. So you should know.
But by the same token, like, for Petr Yan in his defense, he committed the illegal move. He got DQ'd. He lost his belt.
Yeah.
So, the punishment befits the crime, and he's also and that's it. So at the end of the day, with the rules being the rules, I think the UFC handled it well. I think the referee handled it well. I think everyone around the situation handled it well. And with the rules being the rules, the outcome is what it should have been.